Going back to the setup. I don't know how else to get in, so I'm just gonna go this way. Even though there's a sign that says no public access. This is where we are. There's Byron over there. Do you need help? Okay. I just drove it down, and then there's like a little part, there's a big car out there. I just went in, and you can see my car right away. The time, progress. So far, it's very slow going, and we've got so much to do. And stuff to take home. All home, and then my last task for the night is to cut all of these, which is going to be great. Hello and welcome to Oasis. My name is Ali, and if you're just tuning in, welcome. If you're here from last week's video, welcome again. This is part 2 of my Winter Armageddon 2023 vlogs. I will probably have a part 3 just from how hectic today has been. We'll see. It's a 3-day event, so you know, We'll see. Anyway, we are tabling with Byron, who is my partner, who also does art. We have some boxes I brought home, and I've got to cut some labels. And I've also got my release tonight, so it was a very busy day, very busy evening, and I feel so overwhelmed. But I'm going to start it off by making some dinner and then cutting labels. And then also doing my release in like 20 minutes. More dinner, apologies, let me just turn that off. Welcome to day 2, aka Saturday of Armageddon. I have this box of orders to take with me. They're all in bags, as well as some samples. Then I've got food and other stuff here, and then I think we also have to take the stool as a chair because they only gave us one chair, which is really annoying and frustrating. So I'm also going to put that one out in the living room to take with us. But it's also very tall, so it might be helpful, to be honest, so people can see us when we're sitting down. But just frustrating because I don't want to take another chair. I meant to give you 2 because we got a double table, so we should have got 2. And I've got 2 orders here that are going tomorrow. So yeah, the release went okay. Probably a little bit less than I was expecting, but honestly, hopefully today goes better and it makes up for it. I have so much stuff that I need to get rid of, hopefully in the next little while. So we'll see after the release. I might do a sale or something. I mean, in July I probably will do a sale for my birthday sale, so maybe that's the sale I'll do. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later once I get into con and I start labeling everything, because that is my job this morning. Oh, we're going so early, it is like just after 7 and I'm already stressed. This is what the stock looks like today. We're not too empty. We got candles, and then other items here. Oh, those are candles too apparently. And then some soap down there, soap there. But a lot of them have only a few left, like not many of this and this, and yeah. Well, I also bought 2 more of that today, so let me go find them actually. Good morning, it is Monday, the final day of Armageddon. It's my kettle going. It's really cold today, so I'm going alone this morning by myself, and I met up with my helpers, who are Nicolette and Lava, and then Byron's going to come in a bit later so we can get some more sleep. And also, it's not going to be that busy today. It's always quiet on Monday, so that's the plan. I'm taking a few extra candles, and I know I haven't filmed too much. Honestly, I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed. So hopefully today I can get a bit more filming done, a little bit more of the crowd, and just, I'm going to do a stall tour. I haven't done one of those yet. I'm going to rearrange a little bit this morning because there's a few things that I'm bringing with me, and I want more of my soap stuff to sell, so I'm going to put it more in the middle so people can see it, and hopefully can sell some more soap stuff, especially my slime soaps. I haven't really done, I sold one pack, and I think a lot of it's because people aren't noticing them off to the side, but they're really cool. I really like them, so hopefully. I do think I saw some online though, so I'm not too worried about not selling them at all. It's just I would like to have sold more for this event because I spent so much time trying to get them done, you know, just the way things work. So that's the plan. I will see you guys when we get to the event, and hopefully today I can hit my goal. Yesterday I just hit my goal, so I'm a bit worried about today, but maybe there'll be some people doing their final spending and I can hit my goal to reach my overall goal of the event, and that would be really lovely. And then with that and my release, then hopefully I'll hit my goal for the month. I've been having like a tough little while. A lot of people have, so obviously I know I'm not alone. But I've got a wedding coming up, and I've just had a really rough go of it in general with my life happenings, as you may or may not know if you haven't seen my video where I talked about some health stuff. That really has affected me, and I know it's affected the business and stuff, so hopefully it's all good from here on out. Don't know if it will be, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll see you guys at the event. I'm not cosplaying today as well because I cannot be bothered. So here we have Byron's stuff, his paintings. I did a little bit of a rearrange, he doesn't know that yet. Stickers, hey Matthew. And then I put the soaps over here, and the wax melters and wax melts, perfumes. These are my new little display bottles, can't really see it because it's not in focus. And then all the candles. Here's my sale for the day. The wood wicks and Mr. Bag Box, I got 2 of those left. And more candles, more products, and reader pieces. Oh, and then also these. Welcome to the end of the video. I'm now going to talk about how well I think this event did. Just took that off there. And overall my thoughts on that. I always find it very overwhelming to talk about events, especially after they happen, but it's been a week now, so I feel better. If you haven't seen last year's video to compare this year's one, you should go check it out. I'll leave a card for that, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Please help us reach 1k subscribers this year. I know we're doing so bad, we're only at like 314, but it would be my absolute dream to reach 1k. I really love making videos. I love filming the behind the scenes. If you're someone looking to get into Artist Alley and you don't have the traditional art like many people do, you do candles or you do crochet or just other mediums and not just specifically art, I think that my channel could be very helpful for you, and I'm always willing to answer questions. I'd love to do a quick Q&A at one point, but that's beside the point because we're not talking about why you should subscribe to me. We're going to talk about Auckland Armageddon, and if you're also a Kiwi who's looking at doing Armageddons, this might be also helpful for you. This is my 5th year, I think it is. 4th Auckland Armageddon. Would have been more if COVID hadn't have screwed that one over. So I think I have a good experience doing a few of these, and I've also grown as a business. I am mostly full-time self-employed. I just have another part-time job right now because of recession. I want to make sure that I'm not in debt. So that is, you know, I'm essentially self-employed. My business does okay to fulfill my needs. But anyway, let's talk about how well this event did. This event I did 1k less than last year's event, which is pretty good. I mean, based on how things have been tracking overall with the economics in the world, especially in New Zealand, I think that's not too bad. I have seen a decline in all of my events, where in theory if things had been not in this economic climate we're in right now, they would be on an incline. So the fact that the decline isn't too bad, I'm not too unhappy with. I sold a better percentage of my products this time than I did last time. I sold a higher percentage of perfumes and room sprays than I have in the past, which is odd because my room sprays don't tend to do well at events, and this time I sold out of them. I came home with 3 perfumes, and I think a lot of that was attributed to my new little tester bottles. People were able to smell the perfumes way better, and it's been something I've been trying to figure out what to do for such a long time, but it's not until I went to Japan that I saw the little tester bottles in all the stores there that I finally figured out what I was going to do. So overall I did worse than last year by 1k, but I'm not unhappy about that. Overall, I think I did just as well as last year. I think if this had been a better economic year, it would have been a lot better. The event itself was quieter than last year too, so that definitely contributed towards it. There were less people there. Overall, the Saturday felt like an Armageddon Sunday. So that's something to account for. But I sold just as well as I did last year on Saturday, so you know, things, it was out of my control. I don't think there's anything I could have personally done better. In saying that though, there are things I think I could do better to increase the sales just a little bit. One of them is having my best friend Nicolette at every single event. She does amazingly. I am so thankful to have a friend who has really good retail experience, who continues to help me through events. I am so thankful to have her as my best friend, and she's just the most supportive person out there. And yeah, so she's always really helpful at events. She always upsells people, she always explains things really well. And unfortunately this year she can only come on the Saturday and Monday because she has another job, obviously. But I'm very thankful I have her help anyway. My costs were a little bit higher than last year, so overall my income was just over a K under once you took everything out. But I'm not unhappy about that. Like I said, I had things that worked really well, things that didn't work well. And looking forward to next year, or the next event should I say, because the next one of the specific event will be in October. Hopefully that one does well. I'm looking at changing my display and the overall layout. One thing I would love in my entire life is to open a physical store, but that's really expensive. So if I can start to get there, I'm already on my way. Like, I mean, I managed to quit my job to do this, and I'm so passionate about this business, and it's like, I love making things, I love sharing my creations with people, and so being able to do this is really nice and very thankful. And I feel very lucky that I'm in this position that I am, and that I had the support that I had. Like, I didn't start this business on my own. I managed to have support from my parents and from my partner, and without that it would have just been a lot slow going. But in saying that, I want to create a better layout, a better display, and so I'm going to start trialing something for the next event to be more like a shop. Instead of just coming up to a table that is right at the front, I want it to be where you can walk in and browse the shelves and stuff. Obviously it's a bit hard with a limited space, but I've got some plans in the works, and hopefully in October this year, after, or maybe November, which is when the video will go up, hopefully I've tried out this display twice, 1 or 2 times, we'll see, and I can tell you if it worked better for me, and my thoughts on how you can improve your Artist Alley display to be more of a, sorry about the lighting, more of a shopping experience for customers instead of like being at an Artist Alley. I don't know how to describe it, but I hope that it kind of makes sense. And if you guys are interested in seeing how I turn my Artist Alley display around and make it a little bit more user-friendly and more shopping experience than just browsing at a convention, please make sure you subscribe. If you have any other questions about this event or any other events, any tips on getting into Artist Alley, any tips on starting your own business and becoming employed by your business, please leave any questions down below. I'll try to do some videos on more things people suggest. I'm always happy to try help out. Otherwise, I will see you guys all next week with another video. Don't know what it'll be yet. I've still got to figure that one out. Ka kite anō. Have a great day.
My love language is your time and attention. Won't you give some of it to me?